Liv Morgan might have some competition. Finn Balor, he's up to something. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are new here and you love WWE, you're in the right place. I'll tell you that right now. This is a great place to be if you enjoy WWE content because we are posting it every single week. We have over 3,500 subscribers on this channel, and you could be one of those people too. You could join this community. You could join a great place to be, a great place where people want to talk about wrestling with other wrestling fans. If that's you, you're going to want to stick around. All right, my friends, let's get into some of the things that happened on Raw. First of all, actually, look what came in the mail today. I got my John Cena farewell tour Funko Pop. Thought that was pretty cool. I actually forgot that I ordered that. You know, I ordered that the very night that he announced his retirement. I forgot where that was. Was it Backlash of last year? I can't remember, but maybe it was the show in France, whatever that was. When he announced it there, I guess they sent out an email, promoting that like Funko, and I was like, dude, this is like the only thing and the first thing ever that I've ever bought that's John Cena related. So I was like, let me just do it. It's his last year, and it'd be cool to have because it was his final farewell tour Funko, and if I ever see him, I got to get that thing signed. That's gonna be a cool thing to have, a cool collectible to have. Let's get into some of the stuff that happened on Raw. I just want to shout out real quick. Zoey Stark. If you all probably know it by now. If you watched Raw or you heard about it afterwards, she suffered a very gruesome and brutal injury. And look, it's no secret, I have not been a huge Zoey Stark fan. I won't say or claim that I am, regardless of what's going on. But I will say this. On this channel, there are people and professional wrestlers who I am not a fan of. That does not mean that I want to see bad things happen to them. So when superstars or wrestlers lose their jobs, I am very, bummed out about it. Not happy to see it. It's not something we celebrate here. And also the same could be said for when wrestlers get injuries. It's not a cool thing. It's not a good thing to see. At the end of the day, these are actual people. They play characters on TV, but they are people, and they deal with real stuff, real behind-the-scenes things, real injuries, real stresses, real-life stuff. So even if I'm not a fan of them as a professional wrestler, I definitely can respect them as a person, and I hope that Zoey Stark pulls through here. From what I could tell, it's a very, very bad injury. So don't know officially what it is, but I wouldn't expect to see her back by the end of the year, which sucks because it's so early in the year. It's going to be a long road. She's going to be rehabbing and getting the surgery and all that kind of stuff. And, she's had injuries before with her knees. Michael Cole mentioned it on commentary, so I hope she'll be able to bounce back and get back into the ring at some point. But until then, we wish here at Wicked Bitter, we wish Zoey Stark a very speedy recovery. Now, to get to Monday Night Raw, look, I didn't really think there were that many noteworthy things to happen on Raw. I think the biggest thing coming out of the show, and I will touch on a couple of things. So let me before I get into the Judgment Day stuff, because I feel like that was the main purpose of what I wanted to talk about here. I want to kind of get into the whole Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, that whole situation. Throughout the night, Paul Heyman was going up to, and not even Paul Heyman. It was Paul and more so Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins went up to Jay, spoke to him. He went up to Gunther, spoke to him. He went up to Logan Paul, spoke to him. He let them all three know, basically. He was trying to play some mind games with them. He was trying to let them know, hey, it doesn't matter who wins the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to be the one that has the title at the end of the day. And I know Paul Heyman mentioned to Jey Uso that Jey Uso is a short-term champion, and the long-term plan is Seth Rollins being champion. So it looks like here they're definitely trying to push Seth Rollins to be the World Heavyweight Champion, which kind of bums me out a little bit because Braun Breaker, we all know we glaze and praise Braun Breaker here on this channel. I love the guy. I think he's got unbelievable potential to be the top guy in WWE for years to come. And all of a sudden, since he's been joining the Seth Rollins group with Paul Heyman, it's kind of like Braun Breaker has taken a big backseat. It's like he doesn't really talk much. You don't really see him get involved physically as much. He doesn't really cut promos as much. I'm starting to feel a little worried. It's not a lot, but it's a little worried that he's just going to result to being Seth Rollins' lackey. And I really don't want that for Braun Breaker because I think he could do a lot more. I hope that's not what the case is going to be. If anything, I remember saying a couple of videos ago, I thought Braun Breaker would be the one to win Money in the Bank and then cash in on Jay and become world champ. And you can have like a whole evolution thing here where like, Triple H is Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker is the Randy Orton where he wins it super young. And, in Triple H or Seth Rollins in this case would get very jealous. But, maybe that's too soon to do that now. But, I don't want Braun Breaker to just be the quiet muscle or the lackey just doing all of Seth's dirty work. I want to see Braun Breaker get something good too, I want to see a title from Breaker. I want to see some good feuds for Breaker. I want to see him win a world title. I hope we do our boy Braun Breaker right here because if he's just going to be the guy helping Seth Rollins win everything, it kind of will go against everything Seth Rollins says, but it actually will prove Sami Zayn right, where Seth Rollins says that he's the visionary. The future runs through him, and this is what's best for business. But Sami Zayn kind of countered that and said, "Well, it's kind of ironic and weird that you're saying all of that when you're the one that's in front and center of attention type deal." So Sami's got a point. What is it? Which is it? Is all of this just to help Seth, or is it to usher a new regime, a new future in Braun Breaker? I don't know. I'm not going to really dive into too many other things that happened on Raw because honestly, it was just a lot of like Money in the Bank qualifying matches. Of course, the Zoey Stark injury was a big deal. This show was very heavily involved with Logan Paul, Seth Rollins. So I'm not going to touch on too much of that stuff. I do want to talk about what happened with the Judgment Day backstage. Finn Balor, that devious Balor, brought Roxanne Perez to the party. He brought her into the clubhouse. Everybody in Judgment Day looks skeptical. Especially Raquel. Finn Balor's reasoning for it does check out, though. It does make sense. It's a very good cover where Balor was telling Dom that, hey, if ever you needed somebody, you have me, you have JD, you have Carlito. We all have each other's backs. But who does Raquel and Liv Morgan have? They have nobody. They have no one to watch their backs. So that's why Roxanne's here. Everybody's hesitant. They don't want her. They Dom was saying, hey, maybe we should talk to Liv about who's joining Judgment Day. And Balor's like, whoa, no. Roxanne's she's not joining Judgment Day. She's just here to watch our backs, to help us out whenever we need somebody to help us out. So I think this is a very interesting dynamic. Finn Balor then says that she brought people gifts, and Roxanne Perez hands Dominik Mysterio a box full of nuggets. And it's not just any box. I was dying when I saw this. It's a T-shirt box. I was like, we couldn't have done any better than that. You got a blank, just T-shirt box that you buy people T-shirts for Christmas, and you wrap them in a box. Instead, it was a bunch of nuggets in there. I thought that was funny. But of course, Dom loves it. He's happy to see it. And then Roxanne gives Carlito an apple. So already making friends, Roxanne. Doing great. Raquel pretty much dismisses Roxanne, tells her to get out of there. You brought your gifts, now you can leave. So Roxanne starts to leave. And as she left, if you paid attention to it, Dominik Mysterio was checking her out on the way out. You cannot convince me otherwise. Dominik Mysterio, that bastard. How much more winning can this guy have? He is the Intercontinental Champion. He's got an actual real life, beautiful wife. He's got a work girlfriend, Rhea Ripley, who he was with for a while, but then left. Then he's got a work girlfriend, Liv Morgan, that he's with for a while, and looks like he might leave now. And then he's got a work girlfriend in Roxanne Perez. I mean, how many W's can this guy get? I'm so tired of watching other people live my dreams. I think Finn Balor is planting perfect seeds here. I think he's doing everything great. I mean, even his smile at the end was very he was up to something. Finn Balor is. He's bringing Roxanne Perez in here to either sway Dominik away, or it's to make Liv Morgan jealous, and it's to create dissension within the Judgment Day. So Roxanne Perez is going to play a very big part of this, which is crazy. She just got here. She just qualified for Money in the Bank, and she's already being inserted into a very big storyline with the Judgment Day, just when we all thought Judgment Day was at its end. And it might be now, but Judgment Day has carried on quite a while after Priest and Rhea left it, and it's now starting to get very interesting again, this time with Roxanne Perez being inserted into the mix. I think this is going to be great. I think that breakup is happening very soon, and but we're going to get some time here where Liv Morgan is not happy. She's going to get jealous. She's going to think Dom's got eyes for Roxanne. We're going to get a back and forth here. If this is all going to give us a breakup of the Judgment Day and a Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez feud, I'm all for it. Sign me up for that, or I'll even take Roxanne versus Raquel. I love either one. It's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be a great story. I think there will be a lot to talk about, a lot of layers to it, a lot of maybe blind sides and surprises for us, the fans. I love what WWE is doing here, and I'm very happy Roxanne Perez has got something going on already, because easily people can get lost in the shuffle when they get called up from NXT, but right away it looks like Roxanne Perez is going to be inserted into something big and important on Monday Night Raw. All right, my friends, that's all for this video. Look, we're going to have another video later on this week, probably in a day or two, about predictions for Saturday night's main event. That card is stacked. I was thinking not watching it because the past couple of Saturday night main events have been kind of like glorified house shows, but apparently I'm not the only one that felt the way. Other fans said stuff, and now Triple H is definitely making a change to that. So this Saturday night's main event looks big. It looks like a PLE. It's going to be good. It's going to be on a regular TV for everybody. So that's very cool. Can't wait for that. We're going to do predictions for that. We're definitely going to cover it later on too. And yeah, I can't wait. If you all would like to email in, please, I would love the emails. wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. Send them in. I'll make a video and I'll answer the emails or talk to you about what you wrote in and all that kind of stuff. I love those email videos. So whenever you want to send them in, send them in. Don't have to wait for me to say it. I appreciate you all. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please like if you haven't yet. I'm sorry if my energy wasn't at the highest it's ever been. I've been dealing with a lot, and I'm still looking for a car. So I got a lot going on, but I was happy to talk to you guys. I'm glad we are here on this video. I can't wait to hear from you. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. And until we eat again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.